Hi guys, it's me, Danielle Danibuttons, and I'm here today with a massive haul of all of the things that I have purchased in December, received as gifts for Christmas, and then purchased on Boxing Day. So it's a pretty big stack next to me. I'm showing you this first because it's so small that I just need to get it out of the way. But then I will show you all of the coloring related things, and I'll let you know when I'm done with that. And then in case you want to stick around, I'll show you all of my non-coloring craft related things and my book haul. So let me know what you're interested in. By that I mean we're gonna jump into it, and this stuff is, this is just the tiny stuff. Let's just roll. Let's roll, okay? So this little pile in front of me is actually all of the things I got from Daiso. Daiso is a Japanese dollar store, and I actually got to go to Daiso for my anniversary with Sam. We went to the whole Japanese marketplace, and these are a bunch of things I got from Daiso. So I got a bunch of Christmas washi tape, one of which Miss Noodles already ate. So thanks for that, Miss Noodles. Also, let me try to fix my lighting. Hold on, please. Nope, not that one. This one. And then brighter. Can I do that? Did that make it better or worse? I'm not sure. But at least we did it at the beginning of the video, so we'll be consistent. But yes, I got a bunch of washi tape. Miss Noodle already ate one, and it was one of my favorites, so I'm a little bit mad at her, but I feel like every few months she has to remind you that she's in charge, and she finds some things and eats it. So annoying, but what can you do? Actually, what I really think it is that she's a neat freak, and if anything ever falls on the floor, she eats it, because then it will be out of her space. So I don't know. But yeah, so I got this one. And then this one's cute, and it's like shaped with all the little critters. I got this giant one that's like cookies and like photorealistic. I got this giant one that has teddy bears on it, and I love it a lot. I'm not gonna spend too much time on these. There's teddy bears, and then they had some Disney ones. So I got this Happy Holidays with Mickey and Friends, and then maybe my favorite is this Pooh Bear one with Pooh and Crew. So those are the washi tapes that I got from Daiso. I got some Christmas stickers. So let's do those first. The Pooh Bear ones that go with that washi tape. I also actually got a little like wall sign that has this picture on it. So that's super cute. They're puffy stickers. I just love Pooh and Crew, of course. And then I got these tiny Shiba doggies in all the Christmas positions. Love them. As you can see, I did not use these before Christmas, so we'll see what happens there. But then I found some Baymax stickers. Love Baymax. I don't know why it's Baymax and soccer balls, but all right. Yeah, these all have this weird like film on them. I don't know what happened there, but anyway, Baymax, one of my absolute faves. These are also puffy stickers. Then I found these message cards, which are just Little Mermaid, like Post-it notes without the sticky. So I think they're just, yeah, they're just plain little cards. So that's cute for notes or for putting in journals, things like that. Then I got these. These are stickers, and they're all different. Like puffy, what? Hello? Have I forgotten all words? Speech bubbles. They're speech bubbles. So I thought that would be fun in journaling and scrapbooking to put the little speech bubbles, or even in your planner to just be like, oh, this is what's going on today. So everything at Daiso was $2, I think, unless otherwise listed. Then I also got another scratch off set. They actually have a bunch of Disney ones that I have previously purchased. So I found these and I was like, these are nice. So I just thought they were really pretty. And there's 4 in there, but it's scratch art. So for $2, it seemed like a good deal. Okay, now I'm gonna get into all of the coloring books. First, I'm going to show the 2 that I got from that same Japanese market. They also have a bookstore at that market. And sometimes I get very lucky. And this was one of those times because I found my 2 most wished for Japanese books that I was probably going to encourage Sam to buy from Amazon Japan for Christmas, but then I found them in stores instead. So the first one is Doming's, I forget what it's called, I'm sorry, Fairy Tales. And this is actually, I want to say, a Korean book that just got released in Japan. It was like a whole big deal when it came onto Amazon Japan in, I want to say, June, sometime around then, a few months back. And yes, this one's so pretty. I have another book by him, and basically it's fairy tales, and so it's his art completed on one side and then the one you get to do on the other. And I think these are gorgeous. I first saw this on Lavella's channel like 4 years ago probably. And yes, I love books that have the art on one side. I like to try to copy the colors, and depending, this feels like I would try to copy in watercolor. I don't know. But yeah, it has all of the titles in English, which is nice. And then, oh, most of the titles in English. That's definitely not English, but I love it so much. And yeah, so this was $24. Oh, that's the bookstore. Kinokuniya. Sorry, that was very pronounced wrong. But yeah, $24. So price-wise, they're overpriced. But then you have it in your hands. I want to say in the past, I've looked it up. And if I buy from Amazon Japan, I want to say it's like plus or minus $5. I don't remember which one's more expensive, but because of shipping, like it came out to a very similar price buying it in person. So, and it's just fun to find them in person. So excited for this one. Love it a lot. Okay. Next, my other oh my gosh book. Oh my gosh, is this one. This is University. There's a sticker going on right now. Yuck, get off there. University. So apparently in Disney, Tokyo Disney, that's where it is, they love plushies over there in really all of Asia. So these characters are much, much more popular over there. And in fact, this set I don't think has ever been released over here, but this is like the 10th year anniversary of University. You can actually see the 10s on their feet, so that's pretty cool. But from what I gather from the lore of this, I've tried to look it up, is Mickey gave Minnie a Mickey bear to like be with her when he was not around. So all of these bears have their own little names. And again, I've just like looked this up on Wikipedia or like Disneypedia, and I don't know what their names are, but they all have little names and they all like represent the characters. So like this is Mickey and obviously that's Minnie, but they have their own little names. And yeah, there's tons and they're just so cute, and I desperately want them to come over here. I wish I could get my hands on them over there, but I don't know. Tokyo Disney is definitely a bucket list location for me. But yeah, so there's a bunch of the bears, and then there's like some stories in here. So this is what this story is, and then there's the second story, and then the pages are actually in here. And then at the end, sorry, this is a terrible flip through, but I'm so excited. It just, so all these pages are in this book. And so again, you can color like they color. And yes, so it's all the little, like Little Mermaid, Rapunzel. Oh, there's all the daisies, Beauty and the Beast, and 7 dwarves. So cute. And then the actual pages in the back. Oh, not yet. Selection. Okay. Show me the pages. There we go. So I don't know if I'll ever color in this. I just love it so, so much. I am desperate to get some of these bears in real life. I've tried to buy them on Amazon Japan and they don't really have them. So, and then Amazon or Japanese Disney store will not ship to the US, which is unfortunate. So I gotta figure out some way, but I love them and they're so cute. So that's that on that. University. Then, the one I bought for myself, okay, I'm trying to like order these in some sort of way. I bought 2 books for myself. This one I actually bought maybe 2 months ago, but I got it as a gift for someone and for myself, so I didn't want to give away the surprise by showing it. This is Curvy Chibi Girls, I want to say by Laritza May, right? Let's see if it says it. I hate when it doesn't say it. Yeah, it doesn't say it, but these are all thicker chibi girls, thicker chibi human. So I figured these would be cute. Yeah, Laritza May. Okay. So I thought that would be fun. And that they're pretty cute looking. And you don't always see thicker girlies in here. So fun idea for next year for the chibis. And then the other one, I have, I don't know, over the past few months been continuing to make Larica pre-orders, and I threw this one in my last pre-order, so it's the only one I got so far. This is Princesses Coloriage Magiques Mystery. Basically, this is the children's version of the big books, and this is all Princesses in Winter. I don't know why it doesn't say it on the front. I'm surprised. But anyway, so this is all of the princesses in like their winter outfits. These are double-sided, and this is weird paper, so I don't always know what to color with this. Sometimes I just color with crayons, which is fun. I'm going to show the answers. So ready. Answer key time. But yeah, they're simpler overall. You can basically tell who they are. They have nice solid backgrounds to make it easy to color, and it's them in winter outfits. Some of them are actual winter outfits from their movies, and some of them they definitely just made up for this book. But cute and fun, and yeah, just threw this one in there. It's Hatchet Je ne sais. That's definitely not how you say that, but that's how I said it. So it's yeah, technically like the children's version, but who cares? All books are for anybody. So there we go. Then Christmas presents. My friend Toll got me color art books, Color by Number, A Very Merry Christmas by Eclipse, which I just showed you in my finished pages because I finished 2 in here, and I just think this was so cute. And it was like a last minute, luckily, because she sent it to me early, and I was like, can I open them? And she said yes, which I was very happy for because I got both of these pages done before Christmas. So that worked out pretty good. And yes, super cute. I have a few of these books now, and I really enjoy them. So they're on the specialty paper with the matte covers. Honestly, I love the matte covers as someone who films because they look so good on camera. So then my friend Lydia got me 2 books. She got me, Whatever by Coco Wyo. This one's just really weird. And I saw it and I was like, that's weird. That's cool. So I don't know. Like, there's no way to explain what any of this art is. I just thought this would be fun to like do whatever color you want because obviously it's all very weird. Some of these actually give off very like Halloween vibes. A lot of them are giving off Halloween vibes now that I'm looking at it. Huh. This is more Halloween-y than I thought. And of course you could, Happy Halloween. Interesting. This might just be a Halloween book. I'm going to have to tell her about that because we were talking about it. So yeah, some of them are gross. You could definitely degrossify them or probably make them even more gross. I don't know. But it just seemed like fun and funky and different. So that's, yeah. Like, what are those guys? I don't know. So that's Whatever by Coco Wyo. 1 second. Okay. Then she also got me Enchanting Fantasy by Alice Mills. This is one of the mosaic versions. I don't know if she continued to number them. It doesn't look like it. But I love this series. I've been collecting them all. Wow, there's tons of them. So this was before these came out in this style. So I feel like in this style, sorry, this is the fancy paper. I want to say I have up until Frosted Cakes. And then I started buying them in the other style. I don't know. Who knows? But here's the cute ones in here. Ocean Siren, Phoenix Rising, Moonlight Dreamer, Madame Mushroom, Dragon Fury. So it's a bunch of cute. Dolphin Pass. Oh, there's another mermaid. And I just love these books a whole lot. So locks and rocks. Fun times. So that also worked out because I got another one as a gift. I got Kawaii Pets. So doing pretty good. I think I only need 2 or 3 more to have the whole series. Monkey Around, Turtle in the Tank, Phew. Frisbee Jumper, You Axolotl Questions, Floppy Ear Bun Bun. So another super cute one. What is that? Oh, a parrot. It doesn't look too bird-like, so I think I'll be okay. It looks more bird-like in camera than in person. There we go. So that was it for coloring books. So not too many, which I was happy about because I am low on space. So I'm hoping to not purchase very many coloring books throughout this year and really work on what I have. And of course, I say that now, we'll see what people come out with. I also am going to try to not purchase too many not color by number right now because I'm mostly coloring color by number. So I feel like that makes sense, but we'll see. You can hold me accountable or make fun of me when I'm not accountable. So, okay, next pile of stuff is going to be art supplies that I can use while coloring. So we're still in the coloring realm. First up is missing. And by missing, I mean I put it away and forgot to get it out. But I actually got the Caran d'Ache palette, which is basically like this white plastic palette, and one side is textured for you to use like your Neo colors on there and like get some juice on there, and then the other side is flat for watercolor paint. So I'm very excited to try that, and that is already put away. But similarly, this is Palette Pad by Amazon Basics, and I'm actually very excited for this. And basically what it is like, I can't even describe what type of paper this is, but it's like a special coating that you, why did my lighting just changed? What are you doing, lamp? Whoa, what are you doing, lamp? Oh my goodness. Sorry, maybe I'm going crazy. You can actually put the paint right on here. So if you're doing a project, you can just take one sheet out, put the paint on here, and then throw this out when you're done. And I just am very excited for that. One, because I just think that will be super convenient when I'm doing projects, but also I'm frequently the hub for when anyone else needs to do art projects. So I think this will be super quick, easy, and convenient for when groups of us are doing art projects to not get everything everywhere. So that's really cool. Hopefully it worked out nicely. Then I got from my sister-in-law the 120 set of Cali Art markers. I have previously only had the 100 set, so I'm very excited. These are one of my favorite brands of alcohol markers, and there they all are. What's nice about this set is there is a bunch more purples than in the 100 set. I was waiting out because at one point they released 180 set, and then it quickly got removed from Amazon, and I had to email them, and I was like, are you going to bring that back? And they're like, yes, we plan on bringing it back in January. And this was in 2020. So it was supposed to come back in January 21. It never did. So I finally wish listed the 120 set, and here they are. I might now have to re-swatch though, because I only have 100 of them swatched. So I think the 100 are all the same, and then there's just 20 extras. I'm not sure. What the heck is NG? There's no names. Is there usually no names? There's usually names. That's weird. Oh no. It doesn't matter too much, but that's surprising. But I think that's neutral gray. Huh. Good to find out. Okay, let me zip this up and get it out of here. 1 second. I'm very surprised there's no names on that. Okay, then one of the things I'm most excited about was actually a gift from Sam. I didn't bring all of it over, but he got me the color cubes. So these are by Sarah Ray Clark. I don't know. I'll have to, if you want links to anything specific, let me know. I always have my Amazon storefront linked, which has a few of my favorites listed. And then I always have Larica, which is where I get all of my French books listed, but I do not link everything else anymore. So if you want anything specific, let me know. But these are the color cubes, and there's actually 2 of them. He got me both sets as a combo, and what they are is basically a Pinterest post. So here's number 1. There's 500 of these total. I'm very excited, but I'm so sorry, Emily, for the butterfly, but it is basically a picture and then the colors just as you would get on Pinterest, and the back has a basic name for them, and it also shows you the different shades in case you don't have an exact match, and it also gives you the hex code, which will be useful for me in Canva if I end up doing anything over there. I thought that was really cool, and you can pick out your fonts and things like that. And it's right on the edge, so if you want to match, you can scribble on paper and then hold it up to match it up. But I have a few super fun ideas for videos with these, so I was very pumped to receive them. Should I give you a sneak peek of those video ideas? No, I will not. One of them is just to use these for mandalas, because I always pick 5-color mandalas and frequently use palettes anyway, but I just love having the physical thing, and I just think they look really cool. And I also am going to try to figure out a way to mark when I've completed one, because I'm not sure if I'm going to try to keep them in order or not. Ooh, So I'm very excited for this. And again, there's 2 full cubes. So 500 of those bad boys. But yeah, I'm hoping to be able to do, oh, that's the thing though. Like the lid doesn't go on in a certain way. So you have to match up what you're doing. I think it's this way. Yeah. They look really cool on the shelf too. All the nice colors. But I'm hoping that this inspires me to do those few video ideas I have with them. So keep a lookout for those. Thank you, Mr. Samuel. All right, and the other thing, I'll wait to show you that in a second. I got this fun pencil case. Super excited. It's boba. I'm obsessed with boba. For a while, like over the summer, I was drinking like a boba every single day, and that was way too much. So I've calmed down, but I love it a lot. And this is one of those pencil cases that slide, which I super love because obviously, I'll just put some pens in there. You can have it closed, but then if you want to use it at your desk, you can slide it down and then it will stand, which is nice because then if you're like putting all the pencils you're using for one project in here, you can do that and then zip it away. It's got a straw, which is super cute. And there's actually pockets on the inside, which I don't know if you're going to be able to see. But there's like some pockets for like super special stuff you can separate out. But so cute, so boba. Very excited, love it a lot. Okay, so I think that's really all that's super officially coloring related. Next, I will be showing my non-color specific crafting things and then my books. So I'm going to give you an out right now. Obviously you don't have to do this, but if you watched to this point and you're leaving, your code word is going to be, I'm trying to look around, boba. There is also a boba emoji. So if either one works, boba is B-O-B-A, by the way, just in case. Sometimes I give you words that are like weird and nobody knows how to spell them. And then I get a giggle, but I'll let you know, B-O-B-A for boba. And yes, into the next part. So in the next part, I got my dad always picks random pens. So he picked these quick dry gel stick pens from Staples. What's very interesting is, as you can see, there's like 2 black, 2 red, 2 blue, 2 purple, 2 teal, and then 1 orange and 1 green. And I thought that was very interesting. And the color matches. So I was like, all right, sure, we'll give it a shot. And he just always likes to go to Staples and pick random stocking stuffers. So thanks, Papa. And then from Sam, and I actually tricked him into buying these ones too because they were on a really good deal. And I didn't take them all out, but he got me a 28 pack of Papermate Ink Joy gel pens. I love these pens. They're some of my favorite. And the 28 pack had 28 different colors, which I had no idea there even were 28 different colors. I think my previous biggest pack had maybe 12 colors. So this was very exciting. So here are 2 of the more unique colors that were in there. And I'm very excited. This is what I use in my journals and yeah, my bullet journal, my planner, all that good stuff. So excited for a new set of these and all the fun colors. Then I have recently decided that I'm going to get into wax seals. And I actually got a mini kit for my birthday and use them to make Christmas cards. But for Christmas, I got this mat. So this mat enables you to like make a whole bunch of seals at once, which is what I want to do for scrapbooking. So I thought they'd be good accents on scrapbook. There's noodle hair on everything in my life, especially silicone things. So yeah, I figured I would bulk make some of these to be able to put them on scrapbook pages, and I'm pretty excited for that. So you just like stamp right in there and then it makes your little, yeah. And some of the seals that I got, so I had the Christmas kit, I think came with 5 different seals. And then I got with my other, like with all the little wax, there's this weird tree one. I don't know if I'll ever use that, but it exists. And then I got like a random 3-pack from Shein that had a bow and a flower or something like that. I don't know. But my new ones, I got these lemons. Super excited for lemons. My cousin got me this one and the mat, and she's like, you better send me some mail with the wax seal. So I was like, okay. So that will go right like that. Then Samuel got me the button for Danibuttons. I'm very excited for that. I feel like this will be really good in scrapbooking. And then if I ever send out cards as Danibuttons, be good for that. So there's that. And then I got 2 at Michael's, which ended up being little ones, and I didn't realize until I got home. But I got a heart and then this flower, which I thought would be nice. And I'll be interested in seeing how the little ones work in this mold, because obviously that'd be a lot of excess wax, but I don't have to fill it all the way. But yeah, so in theory, you just like stamp these in and then you can pop them out. And the wax is pretty sturdy and it should be fine for using in scrapbook pages. And these actually came with like little stickers to put on the back. I'm pretty sure glue would also work. And I think if you do any like candle work, I think that like your little wax, nope, wick stickers would probably also work. So that is my new wax seal hobby. Another super excited thing that's like almost coloring adjacent is I got a laminator. So I laminated some Disney bookmarks. I'm so pumped for my laminator. Yeah, so this is a bookmark I colored, and then these 2 my friend Audrey colored and sent them to me. She's so talented. It's ridiculous, and I haven't used them yet because I was afraid to ruin them. But now that they're laminated, I can actually use them. I also did one more genie one that I gave to my dad. This one I actually gave to Sam, but I brought it back for this. But yeah, I think in the future I might back them before I laminate them. But I really like this anyway, and she signed them, so I didn't want to cover that up for hers. But yeah, laminator. I had a laminator as a kid that I loved because I was a nerd. So still a nerd, still very excited for my laminator. I'm intending on laminating board game score sheets so that I don't run out, because you just reuse your laminated one. So pretty pumped for that. I actually ended up ordering special dry erase laminate sheets that were less likely to stain over time, and that's what I'm waiting for to do that. But yes, laminator. Okay, and then my big gift from Mr. Samuel. If you have done scrapbooking, you've probably heard of this. If you do card making, you've probably heard of this. But he got me a Sizzix machine. It is a die cut machine. I didn't want to bring that over, but it's basically this big machine, and there's a wheel, and you like crank it, and then all the dies go through and it cuts things out. So I just brought one of my sets of dies. I actually have my offcuts on my desk. So for example, hold on, they're all stuck together. I got this letter set. Oh, what's happening? I got this letter set to do a specific project with. So, but there you go. So all the letters cut out with the machine. These are my numbers. Again, I'm predominantly a scrapbooker, not a card maker, because a lot of dies are sold with stamps. So it's kind of like a combo deal, and you can do some cool stuff. I am not into stamping, and I'm trying to avoid it because that's a whole nother money rabbit hole to fall down that I'm trying to avoid. So I wanted to try to get ones that were good for scrapbooking. So I got a few sets of letters and then some basic shapes and things like that, numbers, things like that. So that is that. I also ended up having to buy, these are magnetic sheets and these envelopes so they actually magnetize right to it for storage. So again, excited for these. And I've already started a project with this and with my numbers, as I'm actually redoing my paper advent calendar that I have hanging on the wall, because I have had that calendar for, I want to say 12 years. And every year when we put it up, I just use washi, and I'm always afraid to use my strongest washi because I don't want like the paint to peel off. So I always use like medium washi. So every year, the first day, some of them fall off. And every year when they fall off, Noodles will eat some. So I am going to actually make new ones, and then I'm going to laminate them. And so hopefully that will save them from Noodles' wrath. So that is my plan with this, and I'm super excited. I have been going back and forth for literal years, not knowing whether I wanted to get the die cut machine or to get a Cricut. And I actually had this is all backstory, sorry. I had a Cricut for a while. No, I got a Cricut again, probably over 10 years ago. And it was like right before you could go online with them. So you had to like use the cartridges, and each cartridge came with like 40 images. And it was just such a hassle back then. I'm positive they've gotten much easier to use, but that really like put a bad taste in my mouth. I probably used that machine like twice, and I'm so guilty. I think it's technically still in the garage, but like that's an expensive piece of equipment, and I never used it. I'm super guilty. So I'm excited to try these and get my use out of this. I actually have plans to like take my letters and just cut them a whole bunch of times and have them all prepped. So I'm going to just do that one day. I'm also going to do that one day with my wax seals, just have like a prep day. I'm very excited for both of those things. But yes, that is that. Okay. Next, I actually have 2 puzzle books. I love puzzle books. I don't know about anybody else, but in my stocking, Sam got me the Friends Word Search Quips, Quotes, and Coloring book. So technically this could have gone in an earlier section, but basically one side is quips, quotes, and coloring. And then the other side is the word search. And I love, again, I love, she's living my life and she's doing it better than me. Oh yeah, okay. I was like, what is that from? But yeah, I'm very excited to do this because I've been really into word searches. My grandma used to love word searches, and she used to get like the penny press ones, and she would buy like 50 packs, or I guess she's subscribed. So she would always get them, and then every once in a while I would take one and be like, please, grandma. But yeah, she definitely shared, but I would be bad at only doing like 2 pages and then giving up. So she didn't share too much because like if you're going to do it, you know? But she taught me lots of tips and tricks, and I'm very excited to do this. And then similarly, I got a brain game. This is the Sherlock Holmes puzzles. I just got this at the Barnes & Noble sale, which I'll be talking about in a second. But there's a whole bunch of different types of puzzles in here from what I've gathered. I don't know. I just wanted to try another puzzle book, and there's more word searches in here because I actually had gotten for my birthday a Christmas puzzle book, but now that Christmas is over, I'm not going to want to use that one for the time being. I'll put that away till next year, so thought this one would be fun to give it a shot. So that's some Sherlock Holmes puzzles. It's like double puzzles. Whew, okay. We've made it. Now we are up to the books. So I have 10 books next to me. I got, I want to say 5 as gifts. And then Barnes & Noble every year on Boxing Day, and by every year I mean now 2 years in a row, they've had a sale for 50% off all hardcover books. So I found out about the sale and we ran on over there and I got, I think, 5 books there. So now these are kind of mixed up in their order, but I'm going to show you all of my books and chat about them, and then we will be done. Hopefully I didn't miss anything, but yes. Okay, so first as a gift, I got My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. This is potentially Amazon printed because this is very unique in the printing. So I have read one Tessa Bailey before. Are you Amazon printed? I don't know. I don't want to accidentally spoil myself. But this is like a cozy mystery that is about, oh, it's supposed to be a relaxing vacation. I'm just here to do a job. What? I'm not going to read the whole thing. But I'm pretty sure she goes on vacation and there's a dead body. And then they have to figure out what happened. Something like that. So, excited for that one. Then I got, as a gift, The Dead Romantics. And this is a romance book. And I'm pretty sure that the woman is a ghost writer who can also see ghosts. And there's a romance there. So, not going to give away too much because, 1, I didn't read them yet. And 2, I don't want to in case you want to read them yourself. You know what I mean? Then I got at the Barnes & Noble sale Mad Honey, which is the newest Jodi Picoult. I never know how to say her name. I always call her Jodi Pickle. She's one of my favorite authors. I've read the most books by her, but a lot of her stuff is very, very heavy. The sticker's not coming off, so I don't read it as quickly as I should, but I definitely collect all of her stuff. This one's her and Jennifer Finney Boylan. I don't really know what this is about. The general synopsis, I think, is it's about a woman whose son is accused of murdering his girlfriend. So, I don't know. I've heard that there is a twist in the middle, and I think this was up for like Goodreads Book of the Year. I don't know if it won, but I don't know. I love Jodi, and I buy all her books, and again, I read them very slowly, so I definitely want to get to this one soon. Another Barnes & Noble pick is Christina Lauren, Something Wilder. I like Christina Lauren a lot. I've probably read 5 or 6 of their books, and I own a bunch more. They're actually a duo, Christina and Lauren, and this is their most recent, and I think the only one that has come out in hardcover, so it worked out for the sale, but very interesting. But I think this one, I don't even know. I don't really even know what it's about. I think this is about a treasure hunter. I don't know. The trip goes horribly wrong. Who knows? But I really love On Honeymooners by them. So excited to get to another Christina Lauren. I think I'm actually piling up with these 2, and I have 3 that I haven't gotten to, so I gotta get on it. I'm hoping to have a really great reading year in 2023. I did end up finishing 54 books in 2022, which is not bad at all, but I need to be reading more books that I already own for 2023. So there's that. Next up from Barnes & Noble is The Enigma of Room 622 by Joel Dicker. And I don't know anything about this. I just know Emily bought it, so I bought it. Like, I've heard about it, that it was a mystery book. And I think it's like a closed room mystery book, which are always fun. I don't know. It's a chunker, at least visually. I don't know how many pages it actually has. Yeah, near 600 pages, so pretty chunky. So, yeah. Ooh, a European phenomenon. The Enigma of Room 622 is a Matryoshka doll of an intrigue, as precise as a Swiss watch. Sure. So that's that one. The cover's pretty cool. Oh, is that the dead body? Looks like it. I don't know if you can tell, but okay. Then, as a gift, I got Celeste Ng, Our Missing Hearts. This is the 3rd book by Celeste Ng, and I really enjoyed her first 2. I want to say I gave them 4 or 5 stars. Little Fires Everywhere, and what was the other one? Everything I Never Told You. This is apparently a, like, apocalyptic book, I think. But it takes place in the near future. And yes, I think it's going to be pretty heavy too. Main character's name is Bird, though. That's not my favorite, but that's okay. It's an old story made new. The ways supposedly civilized communities can ignore the most searing injustice. Oh boy. So we'll see. I've heard this is very different than her other books. Ooh, if I liked birds, that would be exciting. That's a pretty color, at least. But yeah, yes. Gotta get to that one. Then I ended up at the Barnes & Noble sale. I had to get the Matthew Perry book, Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing. Friends is my favorite TV show of all time. Matthew Perry was my favorite character on the show. He has been battling with drug addiction for a lot of his life. I think that's a lot of what is going on in here. Ooh, there's pictures. That's exciting. I didn't know that. Honestly, I have not heard the best things about this book, but I got it anyway. I don't know. We'll see. It says forward by Lisa Kudrow. I actually put a hold on my library for the audiobook, but I'm still a few months away from getting it. But again, I just had to do it. So hopefully it doesn't change my opinion of him too much. We'll see. But that's that. We're almost there. 3 left. Let me get them on my desk so I don't have to reach down. All 3 of these were gifts. I got Thank You for Listening by Julia Whelan. Apparently, Julia Whelan is a very popular audiobook speaker? What would you call it? Artist? You know what I mean? Lifelong narrator. There we go. Oh my god, I'm sorry that I just screamed that. Yes, she has narrated over 500 titles. So that's pretty good. And now she wrote this book, and it is a romance about an audiobook narrator. So that should be fun. Oh my gosh, Jodi Picoult. That's cool. Also, it's just super cute. And look at that lemon. So needed that. Very excited. Another romance, The Roughest Draft. This is about 2 romance authors that write books together. Also, it's by 2 people, Emily and Austin. And they write books together, and I think they were a couple, and then they broke up, and now they stopped writing books together, and now they're going to fall back in love. Maybe. Yeah, they ended their partnership on bad terms, and now none of their books are selling on their own. So they have to come back together and write another book, and I assume they'll fall back in love. So that should be cute. And then finally, my last gift was The Woman in the Library. And this is another closed room mystery, I think. And people are in the library, and then all of a sudden somebody in the library is murdered, and obviously someone who was there did it. So, in every person's story, there's something to hide. Da, 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 da. So, basically, if you can't tell, I read murder books and I read romance books. So, that's what I mostly have here. And I'm very excited to get to as many of these as I can. We'll see. I have a lot of unread books. It's pretty borderline embarrassing, but I just love them. I love collecting them. I love buying them. All that good stuff. So, that's it. That is the majority of my gifts. Again, this are all my art-related gifts. I didn't bother showing you my socks that I got or my rolling pin, but hopefully you enjoyed. If you made it all the way to the end of this section, you're a real MVP. Let me know with the book emoji or the word book, things like that down in the comments. This is actually my third video I'm filming in a row, so I'm super excited to be a little bit back. I'm going to try to film more this month and to get back into the swing of things because I miss you guys. So, love you, heart. Okay, that's it from me. Thumbs up this video if you enjoyed. Comment anything you want to comment down below, including the word book / the book emoji if you made it all the way to the end. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm a fun time, and I plan on coming back and posting more videos. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye, friends.